As the front line shifts in the nearly 2-year-long civil war in Yemen and the death toll mounts, it's civilians trying to survive who are going through a living nightmare. According to the UN, 2/3 of Yemen's 27 million people are struggling to get enough food. It says it doesn't have enough donations to help those in need.
Funding shortages have already forced the World Food Programme to cut rations in Yemen by more than half since last year. And without new resources, critical shortages will worsen within months.
Yemen has long been the poorest Arab country. Its official exchange rate stands at 250 rials per US dollar. But media reports say the black market value of the rial plunged earlier this month from around 320 a dollar to 390 in a day. It has since stabilized to around 330 a dollar after Saudi Arabia reportedly deposited $2 billion into the Yemeni central bank. The fall in the currency has sent the price of basic goods skyrocketing. Yemen has to import nearly all its food because of the devastation of its agricultural sector. According to a media report, the price of a 50-kilogram sack of wheat jumped more than 40% to nearly $22 the day the exchange rate slumped. Even before the recent currency crash, small businesses were struggling to stay afloat.
The
Yemeni currency crisis has made us lose a lot. We have debts to pay. We took out loans from traders to buy goods, who also refused to give us any goods except if we pay them in dollars. We had no choice but to buy dollars from the black market for a very high price, and this leads to more losses.
The fall in the currency and attacks on ports have also made medical supplies hard to come by.
We don't have medicines. It doesn't exist. The treatment is weak. I'm in danger. There's no treatment provided.
According to the World Bank, Yemen's economy shrank by more than a quarter in 2015, and it most likely contracted further last year. Without peace, the suffering of ordinary Yemenis will drag on for the foreseeable future. Azhar Sukri, TRT World.
Hakim Almasmari is there. He's the editor of the Yemen Post. Hakim, can I just confirm you're on the end of the line?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Okay, thank you for joining us again. Let me ask you what things are like in the capital right now. Just quickly set the scene for us.
Very quiet. In general, Sana'a is not a war zone, at least the capital, the city itself. There are clashes in the surroundings of Sana'a, in the suburbs of Sana'a, but not inside the capital. Airstrikes, Saudi-led coalition airstrikes take place every day in Sana'a, sometimes targeting areas closer to
So what's
where
business like in the capital? If it's relatively quiet, but there's always the threat of airstrikes, what is business like in the capital?
Mainly right now, majority of the business is outdated or over. This war has devastated the economy of Yemen to an extent that it's unimaginable. Over 1 million jobs lost. People's situation is very, very desperate right now. There's price hikes of 300% compared to last year. The Houthi-run government has not been able to pay salaries for the last 5 months. You have those who do have...
Carry on.
Those who do have jobs don't have salaries, and those who lost their jobs are suffering from the price hike. So it's unbelievable how people are suffering right now and how they're able to just live day by day after all that happened.
And what do you put the price hikes down to?
Everything when it comes to food, goods, petrol, gasoline, in general, everything. Like, for example, petrol increases over 300%.
What's happening on the black market for US dollars, which is so important for imports?
Right now, it's mainly on a halt. You can find exchange centers that are open and are willing to give you dollars, but in low amounts, not major amounts. This was used as a Houthi formula to save the currency from collapse, but this is also hurting the economy in another way. You have businessmen who are suffering from their shipments from abroad, are having a hard time to bring them in.
Are you?
Is
Yemen expecting any international financial support, or has it been essentially abandoned, or are the proxy powers, Saudi Arabia and Iran, the only real players here?
The problem is that a country is handicapped when you have two governments, one government in Sana'a, one government in Aden. You have two different policies. You have two different economic policies, two different central banks. So this is one of the main reasons for the collapse. Some countries are helping the government run in Aden by President Hadi. The others are aiding the Houthi-run government here in Sana'a. So the differences or the formation of two different governments is a main reason why this collapse is happening economically. There are sides helping, but again, this aid is very limited. Even in the Aden capital, where President Hadi is residing right now, price hikes are also unimaginable.
Hakim Almasmari in Sana'a, thank you very much for joining us.